What are properties in GINT Civil Tools? Here you can see I have a pretty simple project imported, just the boreholes. If I go to my database connectivity, I have loaded in my project and point information. You can see I have just the point from my borehole table and some very basic information. If I come over to GINT Civil Tools and click on a borehole, I click on my properties, and you can see that they're pretty basic, but they also match what I had in my database connectivity dialog. Borehole, east, north, surface elevation, and total depth, as well as plunge, bearing, and depth for that. There are no other properties. So what I can do now is come into GINT Civil Tools, and I can add other properties. I can actually navigate to other tables if I want, but we're just going to keep it simple with borehole. And I can either add elements individually, or I can select to populate selected table, and it collects all of them that are in the table that I have selected. And I say OK, and now all of my properties are listed. OK, and I can re-query my data. Coming back to my Properties Explorer, my boreholes are still there. I can go to my property items, and if I click on a specific borehole, or even all the boreholes, you can see that many more elements are located inside the properties table. And if I click on a specific borehole, the information is the information you pulled directly from GINT. This property can be done for any element that I import, and it can be, so if I were to add in lithology, so I added in lithology, and you can see now instead of just the borehole, which is a pinpoint, I now have lithology columns. If I go to my Explorer for properties, here you can see I still have my boreholes listed, but added that I didn't have before are my lithologies. And it lists how often they occur in summary. I can also now click on a specific lithology in a borehole. If I go to the Properties menu, you can see I'm in USCS well-graded gravel sand that I've selected here. And there is information here from my lithology table, including my description, USCS, depth, and bottom, as well as the identifier. So all of my lithology information is now actually in GINT Civil Tools. Again, this can be done with any information that a user imports into GINT. It's not just the value you're mapping, but also the associated properties in that GINT table, such as lithology description or graphic or USCS type. Now that I've imported that information into my GINT Civil Tools project, if I create any output document, such as another DGN to carry over to MicroStation, or creating an iModel or printing a PDF, this information is carried along with it. So it is now a smart model.